One, we are live. What is going on, everyone? Happy Thanksgiving. Thank you all so very much for spending this wonderful holiday night with me. I really appreciate it. Anybody that's coming in at this time, thanks so much. Take time out of your day, spend a little with me. Anybody watching this on the replay, thank you so much. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel. StreamYard is still messing up. Is the stream good though? Okay, the stream's good on the other side. That's all I care about. But yeah, on my end, still glitchy. I don't know what's going on with StreamYard. But yeah, nonetheless, appreciate y'all being here. Hope you guys all had a wonderful holiday. Hope you guys all have your tummies full. You guys, all got to spend some time with friends, family, loved ones, all of that stuff. Figured why not have a little fun, have a little talk. We're not going to go too long on the stream. Probably go about, I don't know, about 30 minutes or so. I just wanted to come in and show my thanks to all of you because I'm very thankful for the position I'm in and just to be able to do this. So diving right into it, what is going on? What is up, Jerry? What trades do you think the Lakers will make? And what is the trade that you want them to do? I wouldn't be surprised if the move that they make is the one that like we never even see coming. Like, we have so many, just trade rumors and things like that out there. I wouldn't be surprised if it's something just like completely out of left field. But I think they'll start with a minor trade. I don't think they'll trade Russ right away. I think very likely it'll end up being um, some minor trade for maybe like a piece or two. I wonder if the Lakers have like a specific trade in mind, and that's why they're waiting for December 15th. That could be a possibility, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. As far as like the trade I'd want them to do, personally, I would like to see them either do the Spurs trade because it gives them so much flexibility, or do the Hornets trade, depending on the combinations. Like I want PJ Washington at least in that deal. But we'll see. We'll see. Um, but nonetheless, I hate how this is like freezing up on me. What's going on, Devin? Appreciate you being here. What is up? Do the Pacers deal before it's too late. Who knows if that deal's even still on the table? We haven't really heard much news on it. Trade LeBron. Um, Happy Thanksgiving to you as well. Appreciate you. We out here. What is going on, Loki? I appreciate you being here. How are you? How are you? Come on, quit spazzing out on me. There we go. Um, Jerry, what is up, Jerry? Appreciate you. Happy Turkey Day, everyone. What is up, Sammy? I appreciate you. Thanks so much for being here. Um, do you think StreamYard is driving me crazy? Um, but you think LeBron should rest against the Spurs? Well, according to if you watch the game the other day, the announcer said that LeBron said he was playing on Friday, so he's supposed to be playing against the Spurs. Um, but I want him to rest as long as it takes for him to get right. If he has to rest another game or two to get right, then rest another game or two to get right. If he has to, if he's ready to go, let him come. I just think it depends on, what where is he? Where he knows his body, he knows his health, he knows anything better than anyone. But if he can go, we could use him. Definitely could use him. Intel coming in hot with the $2 super chat. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Do we suck or not suck? It's kind of like an in between. That's kind of a loaded question. I don't think we. I don't think we're like terrible. I right now, and could it change? Could we turn it around? Once we get LeBron back and everything, and the ship starts selling correctly, could we maybe not suck so much? Possibly. Right now, I'd say we suck, but like not a strong emphasis on suck. I don't think we're like terrible. I think we're like a middle of the pack team right now. But it doesn't mean you can't turn it around. It doesn't mean you can't turn it around. But I appreciate you, Intel. Thank you so much for super chat. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Beverly suspended. AD got hurt once he received the news. I hope not. Nunn, Jones, and a lottery protected 2021 first for Sadiq Bey should be the first target. I would love that, something like that. Any combination of that, any combination to go get Sadiq Bey, I am all for. Yeah, I think he's young enough to fit the timeline. He's 6'7". He's got size, shoot the ball, he can score, he can do a little bit of everything. I really like him. Really like him. Keep Russ. I wouldn't mind keeping Russ at all. I don't want them to trade Russ just to trade Russ. It's got to be the right deal. If you find the right deal and you can unload Russ, then do the right deal and do it. But it has to be the right deal. I don't want them let's just trade Russ for the sake of trading Russ. Yeah, PJ Washington would be nice. Keep Russ, trade picks. Yeah, I mean, like I said, it depends on what's out there. You don't want to turn down a really good deal if there is one. Who knows if there is one or not? But um, let's see. No, Braun needs to be back in action. I agree. He missed 10 of our first 16 games last season, and it set terrible tone for the season. Agreed. I am with you. I am with you fully. Happy Thanksgiving. Question: who wins MVP this year, Jason Tatum or Jason Tatum? Oh, that's tough. I'm gonna probably say Jason Tatum. That would probably, yeah. I'm gonna go with Jason Tatum. Jason, appreciate you, Jason. What is up? Happy Thanksgiving. I appreciate you. And yes, everybody, we got more people in than when I first started. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Seriously, thank you so much for being here, hanging out with me. Like I said, I just wanted to show my appreciation to you all and do a little live stream here. Will LeBron pass Kareem? I believe so. I do. I genuinely think he'll do it at some point this season. We'll see. Yeah, Jason Tatum. Jason Tatum is who it's got to be, right? Is a rush trade more likely than a none Bev one? I don't think so. I don't think the Lakers are just going to get rid of Russ now just to get rid of Russ. I think the only way that they really get rid of Russ is if they find like a trade that they think really helps them now and the future. I don't think they're just going to give Russ away anymore. I think at one point they would have. I think at one point they would have been more than happy to just unload Russ just to unload Russ, but I don't believe that they feel that way anymore. I really don't. And plus, he's been so good for them off the bench. I think it's less likely now, unless they find just like the right deal. Like if there's a really good deal where the Lakers feel like, okay, this really helps us now and it helps us for the future, then I could see something like that happening. But otherwise, I don't. Is it too late to turn the season around? No, it is not. At least in my opinion, I don't believe it is. You still got, not even a quarter into the season yet. So is it getting crunch time? Sure. But it's I don't believe it. I mean, look at the Kings. The Kings were worse than we were at one point, and all of a sudden turned it around. And nobody everyone in the West is kind of evenly stacked. We're still only like 4.5, 5 games or something like that out of like second place or third place or something like that. So it's not like we're so far away from the pack that it's like, man, like there's no way. Now, as time progresses, could that end up happening? Of course, but hopefully we can rattle off some wins here. Russ trade is less likely now with him coming off the bench. I agree. I used to think that Turner and Hield deal was the best deal possible, but if the Bulls decide to tank, Vucevic and DeRozan would be by far the best deal, and I would give anything but LeBron, AD, and Lonnie. Yeah, I like that deal personally as well over the Buddy Hield and Miles Turner deal. Will they do it? I don't know. Would it shock me? Like I said, I mean, they're a team that you definitely got to keep your eye on because they're really struggling right now, and I just think that they're going to continue to struggle. I really don't. I really do. So it'll be interesting to kind of see how the season plays out for the Bulls. I know they got like kind of a big win the other night, but I think they're a middle of the pack team. That's just me personally, but yeah, I wouldn't mind it if it was ever a possibility. Lakers should change basketball operations manager and CEO in order to win a championship. I mean, we won a championship with this current regime intact. I don't think that it's out of the realm of possibility to do it again. We'll see. We'll just have to see. The Bulls are not doing any major deals that doesn't include Anthony Davis. Probably likely not. I mean, they want Anthony Davis, but I don't know. I mean, if they were ever going to tank, it would be this year because their pick is lottery protected. And if they end up, so this year's pick for them and next year's pick are both protected picks. And if they were going to tank, like this year would be the best year to start. So I don't know. What seed can we make? I think right now, currently as it stands, no pun intended, I think very likely, I think we're somewhere in the play in to like maybe we squeeze into like the sixth seed, but realistically, I think we're somewhere in the 7 to 10 range, just based on our slow start. But you never know. You never know. You get a nice little push, things can turn around. Go on a nice little win streak, things can really turn around. Fournier, do you think the Lakers are interested in him? I would think so for the right price. I don't know what the Knicks would want, but I mean, if they could work out some deal to get Fournier, um, I mean, I wouldn't be against it if the price was right. If you get like Fournier and Cam Reddish, that would be nice. That would be wonderful. Thanks for streaming. I was bored. No problem. I appreciate it. Like I said, I just want to spend a little time with everyone. I'm like I said, I'm probably not going to go my usual, you know, like hour, 2 hour stream, but I definitely wanna spend a little time with you all. Do you think? What do you think about Reeves starting? I love the idea of restarting. I think he's earned it. I think he's played great. I think he's playing both sides of the ball really well. He's really stepped up his scoring and playmaking. Um, I think him and LeBron really have a really good dynamic. So I definitely could see. I could definitely see him staying in the starting lineup. What has Brown done for you? Right? We just need to rack up wins until December 15th. Basically, that's basically what we're trying to do. We're just trying to tread water, most likely. Because my concern is if we don't tread water, Rob Pelinka looks at it as like this season's over. What's the point? Why? Like, why should we keep fighting? Like, or why should I work out a deal just to do a deal? Like, that's a real concern of mine, like genuinely. So we gotta rattle off some wins here. I'm afraid to lose Lonnie and Reeves. It's a real possibility. It is. It's a real possibility, especially and that's another thing that people have to keep in account too. Is if we do a trade, depending on the trade, chances are Lonnie Walker's gone. You know what I mean? That's something else people gotta keep in mind too, because I see a lot of people that are like, "Oh, go do this trade, go do that trade, do this trade, the other trade," and it's like, but then in the same sentence, they're like, "Well, but you got to keep Lonnie Walker and you got to keep Austin Reeves and you got to keep," and I'm like, like depending on what the deals are, depending on what the trades are, we might not be able to keep both or either, depending on what trade happens. It's just something to keep in mind. So, oh, come on, quit. There we go. Playoff matchup, first round, possibly. Yeah, I think so. I think we're at best, like I said, a middle of the pack team. This AD plus this Russ off the bench and a healthy Braun plus one or two pieces could make a serious run this year. I think so too. I really do. Look, I've said it from day one. If the Lakers get into the playoffs, I mean, you can't rule them out. You still got a LeBron James, you still got an Anthony Davis, you still got a Russell Westbrook. If the team as they are currently constructed, if they make the playoffs, I don't think anyone should be surprised if they made a really solid run. And all of a sudden we're in the finals or won a championship or whatever, because you still have LeBron James, Anthony Davis, and Russell Westbrook. Assuming he keeps playing the same way, do you think we'll pay and keep Lonnie next year? And how much would it cost to keep him? So personally, I've said I think Lonnie has played his way out of our reach, out of our range. I really don't believe that we're going to be able to keep Lonnie Walker unless he just is willing to take a pay cut solely just because he likes being a Laker. But I think realistically, because his age, being 23 years old, there's a team that is probably going to overpay for him and take a chance on him. I mean, look at it like this. Jalen Brunson got a max deal for a 6-game stretch. Like, Lonnie Walker's played this way the entire season so far. So it's not out of the realm of possibility to think like, okay, like, Lonnie Walker's going to somebody's going to offer him some real money. No way 4 to 6, given the slow start of the Western Conference. I don't, if I'm being honest, I don't buy it. I really don't. I don't think we're that good. But hey, I could have my mind changed, LeBron and AD needs 3-and-D with high basketball IQ. I like KCP, Caruso, Kuzma. Yeah, I mean, fortunately, it's hard to it's hard to get those kinds of players, especially when you trade them away. But I wish this thing would stop. Sorry, you guys got to bear with me. This StreamYard is like twitching today. It's all like just messing up. Here we go. Come on. I don't know what's wrong with this. They must not like people streaming on Thanksgiving. This must be what it is. Oh, come on. Sorry, bear with me for 1 second. This thing's really just all over the place right now. Oh, it's killing me. All right. I'm just come on. I'm trying to find my place to where I'm at. This thing keeps freezing up. Sorry, bear with me. Like I said, there we go. All right, here we go. And Intel came in hot with the $5 super chat. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Walker is better than Monk. He actually tries on defense and can get you 15, 25 every night. I agree. I mean, he is. He's a better Malik Monk. He definitely is. I really liked what Malik Monk did for us last year, but in reality, he's not Lonnie Walker. Lonnie Walker is absolutely solid. Come on. But thank you so much, Intel. I really appreciate that. I'm trying to pull your comments up. I don't think I'm going to pull the comments up anymore because it keeps freezing and I keep losing my place. I don't know why it's freezing. I know it's not freezing on your end, but on my end it is. So it's got to be the software. But in the meantime, let me bring this up just so I can get my place, and then we'll continue. The show's got to go on, right? Got to keep trucking along. Lonnie will get about 15 million. I agree. Are you dropping any videos later? Probably not. I wanted to do a live stream. Just come on, say hello to everybody. Just have a brief conversation. I'm not going to go too long. Just wanted to, just spend some time and show my thankfulness. And, I appreciate all of you, seriously. But yeah, Lonnie Walker will be offered a similar salary as Malik Monk, between 6-10 million per year over 2 threes. I actually think he'll be offered more. I mean, maybe. I hope so. If he is, then the Lakers definitely need to sign him. Every time Brown is out there, we lose points. Save for us. He turns around and gets red. Yeah, I mean, look, Brown is solid. He's had a couple rough games, but for what we've needed him to do, he's been very solid. Happy Thanksgiving, Team Lakers, not Lakers Nation. Well, thank you so much, Raymond. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for being here. And I see how you said, how's the super chat thing work? I see it all the time. Don't know what it is. So basically, the super chat, it's like a donation. So it like lights up like green, and you can donate whatever amount. I think it's like up to $500. But basically, at the bottom, like where you leave a comment, you'll see like a little box with like a dollar sign. That little box, if you click that, it'll ask you like how much do you want to give, and then you can give. Again, I don't do this for it. Of course, I'm very thankful. I'm very appreciative of it. But I don't want anyone to feel like they have to do it. That's not why I do this. I do this to have the conversations. But if you ever are feeling generous, please, I'm more than happy. But anyway, Lonnie has better upside than Monk. I agree. Well, and he's also younger, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Losing Monk was rough. I wish we would have kept Monk. Austin Reeves is a gem. Lakers should use him more and get him a big contract. Yes, I really like Austin Reeves. I really think he has a world of potential still. We have bird rights on AR. Yes, we do. Yo, what's up? I'm late because I didn't know you'd be streaming today, but I'm here now. Well, Snorlax, I appreciate it. I wasn't planning on it. I really wasn't. I just was like, hey, you know what? Let me stream. Let me just go stream for like, I don't know, 30 minutes or so. Just to, again, show my appreciation, spend some time with everybody, and, have just a fun conversation. What is going on, Emily? Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Yes. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. I'd really appreciate it. It does. It means a ton. We're on the road to 10K, trying to get to 10K. So please, if you could subscribe and you're not subscribed, subscribe to the channel, like this video. It really does help me out a lot. It's free. It takes only a couple seconds. and I would be very, very grateful. Um, how you been? I've been wonderful, Snorlax. I appreciate it. I wish the StreamYard would stop like messing up and being all like fidgety. It's on my end. I know it's coming in smooth on your guys' end because I have the stream. I always have the stream playing here just to make sure everything's running smoothly. But on my end, it is like a wreck back here. It's just like everything is just like super laggy. It's making it kind of difficult, but it's all right. Like I said, the show's got to go on. How much will be added to the cap next year? Um, so we don't know. So 2024, 2025 is when the cap's supposed to have like a huge jump because that's when they're supposed to have the new the new deal, the new uh, TV deals and stuff. But the cap is supposed to, what was it? I think it was like 100 and what was it, 144 or something like that. The Lakers could have it. Basically, the Lakers could have anywhere between like 30 to like 44 million next year, depending on where the cap ends up landing. Any lessons learned from Alex Caruso, man, especially with Reeves? Think Lonnie Walker's gone. I think Lonnie Walker's gone too. I would like to keep Reeves at least. I agree. Russ is great, not good off the bench, but salary is too high. Yeah, that's the problem has been like his salary. I mean, it's not like I've said, it's not his fault. Um, he has he has no real say in that. Somebody offered him a contract, you sign it. Somebody offered me, 47 million a year. You best believe I'm going to sign it. So I am not mad at him at all. Russ, oh, sorry, I got that one. I commented on your earlier post exactly what you said. Too many variables none of us are aware of, and they're probably significant. Yeah, agreed. Yeah, I say it all the time. Um, None of us really know what's going on behind the scenes. Like none of us are in the trenches. We're all speculating. We're all guessing. We're all hoping something happens, or we're basing things off of reports and this, that, and the other. But none of us really know what is going on behind the scenes. Like none of us are in the trenches. None of us are in the office. Having those conversations, stuff like that. So, what happened to Matt Ryan? I don't know. That's a good question. They have not played him much. Yeah, it's still all messy back here. Malik probably the more consistent shooter, but Lonnie has been better all around, and I'm a huge Malik Monk fan. Yeah, yeah. I mean, Monk is a better natural scorer. I think. Lonnie could go get buckets, but Malik's just a better shooter, better sort of natural spoiler. Uh, Pat didn't deserve 3 games. They like if so like in the video that I made, like I even read the report. So they took like Pat Beverly's past incidents and stuff into account. So that's why he got so many. I think Lonnie would be the best free agent available to us if we don't take a chance on Kyrie. Almost worth to overpay. I mean, it depends. Depends on what's out there. I mean, the well's kind of drying up, but you still have guys like Gary Trent Jr. I would rather have over Lonnie. Um, you know, Obviously Kyrie. I don't know. It just depends. Depends on who wants to come, what's out there, what the price tags are for some of these people. The Russ price tag is certainly diminishing, but someone will get him for 20 to 25 if they can, if they really want him. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he makes somewhere in like the 20 million range. I would love to re-sign him if like assuming we don't trade him, obviously. But if we don't end up trading him and we ended up keeping him, I wouldn't mind signing him, especially if we could sign him for like, you know, 6-man money. That would be wonderful. Um, a Brunson reference said it 1,000 times. Only more insiders got it right, and everyone knew. Point being, nobody knows the. Yeah, exactly. Is LeBron James going to play tomorrow? Yeah, he's supposed to. That's the word. The bird is the word. Should we trade Matt or keep him? I don't think we could really trade Matt because I mean he's on a non-guarantee. You could probably include him in a deal, but if anything, they would probably just waive him and then just kind of move on from there. Happy Thanksgiving. Thank you so much, Jojo. I appreciate it. Happy Thanksgiving to you as well and all of you. I really appreciate that. Super chat, you donate money and the streamer sees it. It's by live chat button. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Lukey. I appreciate that. Thomas Bryant ain't going nowhere. I hope not. I really like him. Dude is efficient, numbers off the chart. Yeah, he is really good, really efficient for sure. What is a better trade for the Lakers, the Spurs, Hornets, or Pistons? Um, I think they all offer different things. When it comes to the Pistons deal, I think it depends on what you could get. Like if you can get like a Boyan Bogdanovic, a Sadiq Bey, Alec Burke, and like a Nerlens Noel, then Pistons deal might be the best deal. Problem is, you probably have to work at a 3-team deal because you have too many guys. But Hornets deal, uh, again, if you could get PJ Washington, I think that is a really solid deal. And then the Spurs, I think the Spurs gives you the most flexibility. So I still kind of lean towards the Spurs deal, just because of the flexibility and the trade exception and all that stuff. But depending on what the Pistons and the Hornets would be willing to give up, they might be the better deals. I think it just depends. Uh, I heard Pat Bev was the worst offense player. He is the worst offense, statistically speaking. He is the worst offense player in the league. I mean, even just going off of the eye test, he's been the worst offense player in the league. The Pistons by far, yeah. I mean, again, depending on what the Lakers could get in a Pistons trade, yes, the Pistons. Troy Brown's basketball IQ is too low. Trade him, waive him. K9 is too short. Bad defense. Doesn't fit with the Lakers. Troy Brown has been one of our most consistent players this season on both sides of the ball. Like outside of the last 2 games, that guy has put up like 8 points a game, like every single game. He's also been one of our better 3-point shooters at night. He's averaging like 2 made threes a game, which I know sounds silly, but when you have a bunch of guys that are averaging like 0 made threes a game, 2 made threes is a lot. Trade it for Trevor Lane. Hornets trade. Yeah, I like the Hornets trade too. What's going on with Dennis? Is he just having a hard time coming back from it? I think that's all it is, Michael. I mean, look, I've said this before. Like, you got to understand, he's just coming off of finger surgery, and he's a point guard. So he's got to handle the ball, dribble the ball, shoot the ball. Play defense. Everything that he does involves his hands. So I think that that's a big factor. But I want to give him a little time before I, make a fair assessment. You know what I mean? Pelinka signs short-term deals. Yes, I agree. Which he needs to stop doing. Lonnie should stay. He knows if he signs for 1 year, the cap goes up. He knows the cap goes up. Oh, come on. In 2023, 2024. So he could say, I mean, he could. I mean, it comes down to him working on it. You know what I mean? That's basically what it boils down to. But yeah, is roughly what it is. But Richard coming in hot. Thank you so much. I don't know what NT is, but seriously, thank you so much. Whatever it is, I'm greatly and very, very thankful. But happy Thanksgiving. Keep up the great work. Thank you so much, Richard. Seriously. Where are you from, Richard? Because I know that's not USD. Is that I get tons of people all over the world, and I love it. I love it. But seriously, thank you so much. That is very kind of you. Seriously. Taiwanese dollars. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Taiwanese dollars. Thank you. Hey, like I said, wherever you're from, I just was curious because I get so many people that are like, oh, I'm from here, I'm from there, I'm from this, I'm from that, and I'm like, oh, that's so awesome. I love, that's one of the things that I love so much about YouTube is being able to have what happened? Why didn't that pop up? There we go. Sorry. Behind the scenes, I know it's looking smooth for everybody on the stream, but behind the scenes, StreamYard is an absolute wreck. But nonetheless, like I said, I greatly appreciate that. Seriously, I love how YouTube, there's just people all over the world. I get to make connections with people everywhere. So yeah, shout outs to Taiwan. I appreciate that. And thank you, Richard. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. And happy Thanksgiving. I don't know if I said that. Now, where were we? Sorry. But yes, that was very kind of you. I see a lot of people showing support. I love it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Sorry. Bear with me. This is driving me insane back here. um, okay, here we go. We caught back up. All right. Happy Thanksgiving from the Philippines. We're 16 hours ahead of Cali time. We had a whole pig roast called lechon. Did I say that right, Anthony? Send LeBron home. He's gonna mess up 80s 30 to 15. Probably. I hope not. I hope he continues to allow him to thrive. That would be just amazing. But um, yeah, from the Philippines. Seriously, I appreciate that. I get so many people from the Philippines. It's awesome. I one day, so like this is later on down the road, but I actually have like a list because I think like Mr. Beast's idea of translating videos into other languages and stuff. I have a list, and at the top of the list, I actually have the Philippines, um, because I get so like when you look at my analytics and like just like the viewership and just people in general, I get a lot of people from the Philippines, which I think is super cool. That's why earlier I was even asking like where was Richard from, stuff like that, because I love it. I love how diverse and just from all over, like literally. Even when I look at my like analytics and I look at like the viewership, it's like all over the place, which is pretty cool. Um, we're in the new serial killer hoodie. Yes, it's actually starting to get hot, and I need to turn the AC on, but it was a little chilly earlier. Lakers made a mistake of not trading with the Pacers before the season started. See, I don't really think so. Personally, I really don't. I don't really believe that trade. I think we would have won more games, but I really don't think we would be that much better. I mean, the problem is hindsight is always 2022, so you never really know until you know the end result, or if they do that trade or something like that. That sweater is fire. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. I also have one that's like the exact same, but it's like blue, but they both look black, but like the blue one. So it's cool. I don't know. I got these at Ross for like $7. So I think they're cool, but they're like super warm. And I have a big old hoodie collection. So you'll see once it starts getting a little cooler regularly, you'll start seeing the hoodie collection come out. I'm a big hoodie guy. Um, all right, let's power through some of these questions. I'm gonna stop braining them up for right now, just so I can power through them because I know I'm a little behind and it is lagging terribly back here. So let's power through some of these. The Lakers went young as an audition for next season. They're planning to keep the best of these young guys. I think so too. I think that's a lot of it. If you like the content, don't forget to hit that thumbs up to support the channel for free. That is right, Blecka Blecka. Thank you so much. Yes, subscribe to the channel. It really helps me out a lot. We're on the road to 10K, trying to get there. We're more than halfway there. We're at 60-29. Can I get a couple subs? Can I get like 6 subs to get me to 60-35? That would be amazing. Subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. Like this video. It really does help me out a lot. And like Blecka said, it is free, 50 free. These players were specifically scouted. Coach M system, yeah. How many picks you give up for the Spurs? Let's assume it's like the full package. I would only give up one first. Um, I'd be willing to do like personally, I'd give up like a first, a pick swap, and like maybe a second. Um, but I wouldn't give up both first because the problem is that like all of those guys are free agents. All of those guys could leave if they want, and you would have to hope that they'd sign an extension. And if it doesn't work, you're screwed. So if I was the Lakers, it would have to be the right deal. Like like if you could do the Hornets deal and get PJ Washington and Miles Bridges, then yeah, I would give up both first. But just because you're getting 2 young guys that basically fit that mold. Trade LeBron for as it stands Lakers. LeBron can focus on commentary while as it stands carries Lakers to a title. I appreciate that. Who would you personally trade on the Lakers currently? Beverly Nunn, Damian Jones are like the 3 guys at the top of the list that I would get rid of just because they're all kind of, you know, not in the mix. Outside of that, I mean, I like Troy Brown. It just depends on what salary would have to be matched if you had to match any salary, stuff like that. So yeah. Let me get through all these. Again, thank you so much, Richard. I appreciate that. Thank you, everybody that's donated today. It really does help me out a lot. Um, let's see. Just trying to get through all the thank you. What do you think of Dwight Howard to Taiwan? Uh, I mean, I think it's cool. I think it's cool for Taiwan. I read an article that said DeMarcus Cousins might be following suit and going out there. I think it's cool seeing a lot of these NBA players go out there. I think it's great for people in Taiwan. I think it's great for just basketball in general. Get all the highlights and stuff. You get to see the guys in person. I do. I think it's really cool. I really do. Um, I just came in, but why you seem to be down on Bev? Mad respect to Bev. He's our if he was like a $2 million contract, I would say keep him, but he's not. He's our highest. He's our most tradable asset outside of Russell Westbrook player wise, and he just is currently the worst offensive player in the league. So it's kind of hard for me to like, hey, we need to do whatever it takes to keep Russell Westbrook. That's the problem. Still cool though. Infinity better than us freeloaders. Hey, no, like I said, whether it's a cent or it's $1,000, whatever, I'm very thankful regardless. Just to be in a position where anybody even wants to listen to me. Um, I'm blessed. I'm very thankful. Do you want a third star or well-rounded roster? Personally, I want a well-rounded roster at this point. I don't. I'm not really big on the whole, 3-star thing right now with the Lakers. We tried it; it's not really working. I mean, if you look at around the league, all of the teams that are really good are all basically 2 stars and then like a couple like super role players, stuff like that. So a all around roster around 80 would be good for Laker fans. Yeah, I agree. Man, I've been trying for 7 or 8 minutes to donate. They have my card info now. They want passwords and other stuff. Not in the mood, tired. Catch you next time. Don't worry about it, Raymond. I appreciate you. Nonetheless, thank you so much. Like I said, don't ever feel like you have to. I appreciate it though. Do you still think Lakers will cross 50 wins, or do you have you? It's a stretch. I I don't want to give up hope just yet, but it's trending in that direction. Look, build around ID. He's been hot lately. Yeah, personally, I wouldn't build around AD. No way, 200 pounds. It's hard. It's hard at least until he proves that he can stay healthy regularly. Um, oh no, what happened? Sorry, give me a second. This is driving me crazy. Um, oh come on. Sorry, give me 1 second. It's this. Like I said, Streamyard is just behind the scenes is just driving me crazy. Here we go. There we go. Okay, we're here. I thought the Philippines language was a mixed Spanish dialect. Yeah, I believe so. I believe like some of it is. Um, but yeah, I want to one day start translating this stuff like into Spanish because there's a big Spanish market, Philippines, big Filipino market, stuff like that. But Trevor at Laker Nation has good content, but dude has no personality. Hey, I have nothing. I have nothing but good praises for Trevor. I think he's fantastic over on Lakers Nation. I I'm just very thankful to even be in this position and be in a conversation with Lakers Nation. People bring it up a lot, and it's fantastic. But what did Rob do in Indiana? Looks like he went to go watch the games, the Indiana games, or not the Indiana games, the games in Indiana, the showcase. So yeah, I hope I hope Lakers end up paying Lonnie Walker next season and not letting him walk for nothing. I hope so too. It just like I said, it depends on what you know what trades, if we do any trades, what players are out there that want to come to Lakers. It's a couple factors that go into that. What's Kuzma's market value? I think he's going to get at least 20 plus million personally. Frankly, the Lakers cannot get in the playoffs this season. What do you think? I think they can. I think they're still. I think it's going to be tough. I think they're a play-in team, but I think And I don't think that they're just full blown like they're out, like stuff like that. So, um, 2,000 people in the chat, 11 likes. Come on, yes. That's what, thank you. I appreciate that. Hit that like button, please. It really does. You have no idea the power of the like button when it comes to YouTube. We got 27 likes, but keep hitting that like button. Subscribe to the channel. I'd really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Let's see. Happy Thanksgiving from New Orleans. Shout out to New Orleans. Awesome. Out here, they call AD Glassman, but Glassman is a superhero. Oh, interesting. I wonder who is the sleeper team that are going to tank. I see. I wonder that too sometimes. Like I want because you know that there's going to be a team or two out there that are going to just randomly just say, all right, let's reboot, let's reset. Like that's why I really think Chicago is a team to keep an eye on. I don't necessarily think they will, but I would at least something to keep your eye on. Would you rather watch Warrior Nunn or Kendrick Nunn? Right now, Warrior Nunn. Philippines language is usually Tagalog. Yeah. I don't think any NBA players can prove they can stay healthy. I think AD has been killing it lately. He's been good lately. There's been a lot of injuries lately. I will say that. So it is that combination. Devin, I want to donate. Well, I mean, hey, I will never say no. You know what I mean? I will never say no. But yeah, again, don't feel like you have to. But if you do, if you want to, I'd greatly appreciate that. Let's see. Trevor's the GOAT. He keeps politics out of his channel. Super nice guy. Yeah, like I said, I really like Trevor Lane. I agree with Tina Guzman. No player can prove he can stay healthy. Only time can do that. Yes. I mean, a lot of players, especially like star players lately, have really like just not been very good at like staying healthy in general. Lakers Nation should have you on sometime. They have Dan on occasionally. I would absolutely love that. I don't even know if Lakers Nation even knows who I am. To be honest, I am still relatively new. I've only been doing this for like, 5 months now, something like that. I'm sure it feels a lot longer, but in reality, it's only been 4 or 5 months. I believe it's been 5 months now. Yeah, so I mean, he probably does. Trevor Lane and Lakers Nation probably don't even know who I am. But hey, next time you're in their live stream, something like that, tell them. Let them know in the comments. Say, hey, get As It Stands Lakers on, or Tyler from As It Stands Lakers on. I would be more than happy to do it if they ever extended that. I would absolutely love it. I'd be very thankful. Like I said, nothing but praise for Laker Nation and Trevor Lane. They're all fantastic over there. All of them. Kyrie Irving, I wouldn't mind Kyrie at all. If y'all decide to tank up for Victor when the Lakers find themselves not winning, y'all should trade AD back to the Pelicans for the 2023 pick back and a good play. I don't think they would do that. I really don't. I don't think the Pelicans would do that. For Victor Wembanyama, I think that they would rather have Victor. AD's been playing all games except for one game, if I remember. Like, he's been on the court and I missed a lot of games. Yeah, so far so good. And credit to him. But hopefully he can stay healthy. That's the goal. Like a young future player. Yeah. What's going on, Marcus? Appreciate you. Salute. Sorry, I'm not bringing up for anybody that's coming in right now. Sorry, I'm not bringing up the chat. StreamYard behind the scenes is like just acting up. It's all like delayed back here. It's not showing it on the live stream, which is good. But back here, everything's just delayed. So it was just making things so difficult. Let's see. I'm watching out for the Knicks. I think they are going to be sailing. I wouldn't be surprised if they have a fire sale. I actually wanted to kind of like dive into like maybe trying to take a look at Quickly. Like maybe if you could get a package for like Quickly, maybe Fournier and Cam Reddish, it's not terrible. I just think that they would want both firsts, and I don't think that that's worth both firsts personally. But you know, maybe you could maybe you could figure it out. Um, Russ for DeRozan and Vucevic, I would love that if that ever became a possibility. If they don't, they will count on it. I'm sure they have because I told them ask them. Definitely. I'm assuming you're talking about the Lakers Nation. Then yeah. Well, I appreciate that if you have, and anybody, if anybody has. Yeah, like I said, I mean, maybe they know who I am, maybe they don't. Again, and in the meantime, I'll continue to be growing. I'll continue to be over here. Maybe one day they'll extend the olive branch, and I'd be more than happy, more than thankful. Um, FYI info: we Filipinos from the Philippines are bilingual, speaking country English and Tagalog. Yes, yeah. Like I said, I have a lot of people from the Philippines that watch this channel, and I'm very thankful for that. But so like obviously wanting to be a YouTuber, I look into all the ins and outs of stuff, and especially Mr. Beast, because who better to follow a model than the biggest YouTuber ever? And he's even talked about how like 90% of the world can't even watch your content. So you need to do like languages that fit your market. So eventually, I would like to get there. I mean, it's a ways away. I got to get big enough to where it actually makes sense. But eventually, one day, I wouldn't mind doing like like Spanish and even things like that. You know what I mean? Um, what else? The Nets might blow up and start sailing. I wouldn't be surprised if they do either. I still believe that they're one bad day away from just crumbling at the seams and falling apart once again. But we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Palinka needs to hire someone smarter than him. Hey, maybe. We'll see. We'll see what he does. I want to give him a chance. Before, because like, what if he pulls off an amazing deal? Then everyone's gonna be like, Rob Palinka's the greatest. You know what I mean? Like, I want to wait and see what the end result is before I actually make like an assessment or judgment. When LeBron is gone, do you want the Lakers to build around an up and comer or find an established player to build around? I think it depends on where we're at and the team we have when LeBron leaves. I think we got LeBron for at least 2 more years. And I also think it depends on who's available then. Like if LeBron leaves and like, I don't know, I'm like, we'll pick this like Devin Booker. I don't even know if he is or would, but like, let's say Devin Booker just randomly is like, hey, LeBron's leaving. They have cap space. I want to go be a Laker. Like, then you probably just go do that and you figure it out is kind of my thing, Would you rather get Josh Richardson and Jakob Pertl or Buddy Hield and Miles Turner? If it came down between those, it would be whichever one's cheaper. But Buddy Hield and Miles Turner are the better of the two. So like if it came down to like, let's say it was even, let's say 2 firsts for both, and that was the only thing the Lakers could do, then I would do Buddy Hield and Miles Turner. I don't think the Lakers are giving up both firsts to one team. I don't think so either. Let's see. Tyler, if Rob doesn't make a trade, what would you think of that? Because I could see a lot of Laker fans not being happy. Oh, if he doesn't do a trade, a ton of Laker fans are going to be very upset. I mean, it depends. Like, I don't want him to do a trade just to do a trade, just to appease fans. Even if fans are upset, like, I don't want him to do a deal that's just a bad deal and it sets us back. I'd rather them – if there's no deal there, there's no deal there. Again, it's hard because like we don't know what's going on behind the scenes. Like what if there really is no deals on the table other than deals to fleece us? Like what if the only deal is, like Jakob Pertl, Josh Richardson for both firsts? Like I don't think that's worth both firsts. Like, but what if that's the only deal on the table? Like that's the problem. We don't know what's out there, what the conversations are, stuff like that. I think it just depends. Palinka can be a star, yeah. He can. I mean, if he pulls off some, genie out of a hat, then yeah, I definitely think he can. The Lakers will always build around a star player. It's LA, and the place stars play. Yeah, that's usually their goal. Hayward and Plumlee, I wouldn't mind Hayward and Plumlee. Palinka gets the players, but messes up the margins, picks, contract length, etc. Yeah, that's the one thing I don't really like is the turnover the last few years of the roster. I understand trying to improve. And to be fair, he never had an intention to go trade for Russell Westbrook. Russell Westbrook is the reason we had to have the roster turnover regularly. But before that, he was trying to keep players intact, right? Like the plan was to extend Montrezl Harrell and, Dennis Schroeder. Dennis Schroeder turned down the contract, stuff like that. So, I mean, his intention was never to turn the roster around, or at least I don't believe so, based on like his past decision. And then he was going to go make a deal for Buddy Hield, and even DeMar DeRozan said he thought he was going to be a Laker at one point. Like, so, and those were all long-term guys, so I don't think Rob Pelinka's intention was to ever have a roster turnover over and over and over again. But I think, LeBron James and Anthony Davis come into your office and say, hey, go trade for Russell Westbrook. You go trade for Russell Westbrook. Especially when LeBron's approaching a contract year and you're trying to get him to re-sign. Keep AD, Glassman. Yes, agreed. If Pelinka could get the Spurs deal for the 3 players and a first and a second, oh boy, like if something like that was a deal, like do that. Absolutely, I would be all for that. KD messed up the offseason trades. I think so too. I think KD put a halt on a lot. Then he could sign Lonnie too. Yes. Genie should bring back Magic. Nah, Magic. Magic did what we needed him to do. If you can get Rozier, Oubre, and PJ Washington for Russ and 1 pick, do it. Then get Turner and Pat Bev for another pick. I would absolutely love it, especially if it's a big if the Pacers would be willing to trade Turner for 1 pick. Especially to the Lakers. But if you can pull something like that off, absolutely, you go do that ASAP. The thing I don't like about our front office, Tyler, is they never rebuild the right way. They always trade the young talent for a superstar. They hate rebuilding. Yeah, I mean, so back in 2004, the Lakers' motto was "We don't rebuild, we retool." That was back when we got like Gary Payton and Karl Malone and stuff like that. And the Lakers have always kind of lived by that mantra of "We don't rebuild, we retool." People are getting on my nerves talking about how good Dwight would be for the Lakers. Dwight would not be good for the Lakers. The Lakers have been signing short-term deals because of the cap. They have 2 high-priced players, so minimum deals. Then they traded for us and made it worse. Yeah, made it pretty much impossible to not have a roster turnover. I want to hurry up and get rid of 3 players who's helping us win to tank for Victor. We can't tank for Victor. The Pelicans own our draft pick. So if we tank for Victor, it just gives the Pelicans Victor. So you can't do that. Who's your top 3 all-time players? That's tough. I mean, it depends on what you're looking for. If my opinion of like who are just the best 3 players ever, LeBron, Jordan, and probably Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Lou Alcindor, are probably the 3 that I would pick. Bring back Magic. He can make any deal work. He's not. He's not really he's more of like the face and conversation guy. He's not really the back. That's why they brought Rob Pelinka on too. So Rob Pelinka could be the number and behind the scenes guy, and Magic could be the face and the talker and the charismatic guy. The Spurs, LOL, yes. Say LeBron retires and we keep AD. What sort of pieces should the Lakers get to build around him specifically? If you keep AD, ideally shooters, 3-and-D wing spacers. You got to go get another, you got to get a scorer. Let's say just randomly, let's say you had AD and no other cap space, right? I would go try to get like Gary Trent Jr., like a Bojan Bogdanovic, and a couple like 3-and-D guys, and just try to do something like that. Obviously, you probably need another star because AD is not going to be able to do it alone. But if you could go get I'll just use him as an example. I'm not saying it'll ever happen, but say Devin Booker is like, I want to go be a Laker. I love Kobe. I love the Lakers. I'm going to go be a Laker. Him and him and AD, I think with the right pieces, bunch of 3-and-D guys would be enough to win a championship. Jenny should bring back Magic. Oh, I already got that. The best thing we could do is trade Russ and Winion for and a first for PJ, Oubre, Rozier, and then trade Nunbev for first round. If that ever becomes a possibility, yes, I would love it. Find it funny how they win more without Braun. Yeah, I mean, we're not better without Braun though. A lot of people try to point at it and say, "Oh, we're better." We're not. And it was also the teams we played too. I think if we had LeBron, we would have beaten the Suns. To this day, I still question the Lakers trading Zubac for Muscala, who isn't playing with them 5 years later. So like that. So the whole reason that they did that was to free up cap space, and it never came to fruition. Like there was a whole reason behind, because it was him and Thomas Bryant, and they ended up letting Thomas Bryant go to keep Zubac, and then later on decided we're just going to get rid of Zubac to free up the cap space to do all that stuff. And that was when they were trying to get like Paul George and all them, and it just they ended up not going through with their plan. Question: by the trade deadline or time when the Lakers make their move, what will the dollar amount be left on Westbrook's $47 million contract? But I mean, you talk about like how much like would a team have to pay to buy him out? Depends on when the trade happens, but let's say by the trade deadline, it'd probably be somewhere around like 30 million, something like that, 35 million, somewhere around there, if I had to guess. All teams with multiple high-priced players will be stuck signing minimum contracts if they sign them one-year deals. They don't have bird rights. Yes. AD is giving us 30 a game. If we had LeBron, that's another 25 a game. Great. LeBron impact and just the way he plays the game and everything. It just, I mean, he's still LeBron James at the end of the day, as much as we like to give him slack. But why not trade Russell Westbrook for Hayward and Plumlee, 39 million versus Russ's 47 million? Because I would imagine that the Hornets would want to unload as close to 47 million as possible. I don't think they're just going to give the Lakers an $8 million break. No one should find it funny. They win without LeBron. They literally played trash teams without centers, young people. Yeah. You think there's a possibility the Lakers could pull off a trade for Bojan, Asik Bey, and Jalen Duren for Russ? Definitely not Jalen Duren. I would be shocked. I think the Lakers have a better chance of trading for Kevin Durant than they do for Jalen Duren. For Russ, Pat Bev, 2 first. I wouldn't be shocked if they got Bojan Bogdanovic and Sadiq Bey. I really wouldn't. But I just don't see a scenario where we get Jalen Duren. Just because, he's just such a good young center. He's the youngest player in the league. Like, there's all that upside, just everything. Like, they would be foolish to trade him. Like, if for whatever reason, like hypothetically speaking, let's say they called and they said, hey, we'll trade you Bojan, Sadiq, and Jalen Duren. You do whatever it takes. I would give up both firsts for that. Because now you got a wing player and a center that you got for the next 10 years. I just want ESPN to give Kawhi the same treatment they gave AD. Kawhi is out indefinitely now because his ankle hurts. Let's keep the same man. And Paul George. Anthony Davis has played more games than like half of the stars in the league. As much as Anthony Davis gets a bad rep, he's played more games than like Ben Simmons, Kyrie Irving, Kevin Durant, Paul George, Kawhi Leonard the last 3 years. So, but it's Anthony Davis and he's on the Lakers. If he wasn't on the Lakers, no one would be talking about it. It's just because he's the Lakers. Westbrook with 30 million left to the Pacers for only 1 first and Turner and Hield. Oh, it doesn't work like that. Like, because their salaries would be less too. So like, it doesn't work like that. It's not like salary falls off the books. Like the number is still the same. So like it would still be 47 million, but it's just the buyout wouldn't be as much because they wouldn't have to pay his full contract. They would just have to pay the remainder. Not saying there's a different game with Braun, but but when he's in his rhythm and AD is a beast like this, they just need supporting pieces. They can do whatever they have now. Yeah, Lonnie is shining. Agree. Yeah, they are absolutely better with LeBron James. No doubts about that. But anyway, I got to the end of the chat. actually went an hour. I was looking to go 30 minutes, but I love talking to you all so very much. I appreciate you. Everyone that gave super chats, thank you so much. Everyone that newly subscribed, thank you so much. If you're not subscribed, subscribe to the channel. We're on the road to 10K. We're at 6031. I'd appreciate it. I'm sure there's at least 4 of you that aren't subscribed. Help me get that up. Happy Thanksgiving to all of you. Seriously, thank you all so much. I'm very thankful. I'm very blessed. I just wanted to do a fun little live stream just to talk to all of you and just, have a little fun but before the night's over and just show how thankful I am for everybody. But thank you all for hanging out with me. Thank you all so very much for being a part of this. And, I will see you all in the next one.